Hello everybody and welcome back to Daisy's Corner, or if it's your first time, welcome. Today I'm going to be reviewing 3 new scents from Cotton On. These have done very well in the past. I've gotten tons of comments on those videos, like in particular, so thank you to everybody who's watched them, liked them, left a comment. It really means a lot. But I thought, I saw they've got new scents, let's review them. Okay everybody, so if I'm not mistaken, I saw that there were 3 new scents from them, and I thought these looked, kind of different from what I've ever seen. So I thought, let me give them a sniff, let you know what they smell like, and then you can make an informed choice before you go and buy. Sometimes it's difficult because you don't want to go into the store, you want to buy online, but you don't quite know how it smells and if it suits you. So that's why Diane's here. So we have got 3 scents. There's white floral and musk, then there's lychee and cedarwood, and then we've got the vanilla and coconut. So I think, let me start with the vanilla and coconut. Now I know plenty of people like smelling like a sugar cookie. Not Diane, I'm not that, I'm not that kind of person. So vanilla and coconut. Ooh. Okay, first initial sniff that I get, it is very sweet vanilla. I thought that that would overwhelm the coconut completely. It doesn't. That coconut is fairly well balanced out to that vanilla, which I think was really well done. Now this is vanilla, sugar, and summer fruits. I don't get the summer fruits in the top notes. And as it's drying down, I don't get the jasmine. Maybe a little bit of a nuttiness, sort of. It kind of smells like a really intense cookie, but there's like some depth to it. It's not just sugary sweetness. I don't smell the musk, the amberwood, or the sandalwood. I must be honest. Maybe a hint at the end there to round it off. It's interesting. It's actually one of those scents that the more you smell it, it sort of like gains a depth to it. I don't know if it's for me, it's just that touch too sweet, but it's definitely a sweet scent with depth. So yeah, there's something there. Okay. Then let's try the lychee and cedarwood. Okay, lychee and cedarwood. Ooh. So the initial hit I'm getting is like really fresh, like it's not sickly fruity, it's fresh fruity. Ooh, I like that a lot. So there's passion fruit, bergamot, coconut, lychee, and geranium. It's probably the bergamot is like lifting it, because it's definitely fruity, but there's a lightness there. I don't get the jasmine or rose, which for me is great. And I don't get the musk, caramel, vanilla, cedarwood. Maybe the peach. Ooh. Oh, yes. I'm just liking it the more it's drying down. It's like the ultimate fresh, fruity scent. It's not super refined smelling, so you don't smell like a really rich lady who lives in Sandton and that kind of jazz, but you smell like you intentionally picked a scent that smells fresh and uplifting, but isn't going to have people turn their heads and go, oh my word, what is she wearing? I'm going to get a headache. You definitely also get like a layering. It's not just generic fruity. You can't pinpoint necessarily the specific fruits, but you do get the element that there are different distinct layers to the fruitiness. And that bergamot's my favorite perfume ingredient, so it just lifts the whole thing. It really is. This one's very good. Okay, and then our last one, I'm a little nervous, but this is white floral and musk. Okay, now I'm always nervous about musk. It's hit and miss for me personally, but let's give this one a little smell. Oh. Whoa. Okay, my initial smell test is it comes off almost like any fresh cotton scent you've ever smelled. Any scent you've ever smelled that says fresh cotton. That's what I'm getting. And it's not the top notes, which are bergamot, cassis, and mandarin. It's definitely fresh once it's drying down a bit. I'm getting that freshness probably from the bergamot. I'm not getting much of the mandarin, I'll be honest. Maybe a little. Then the middle notes are neroli and orange flower and tuberose. I don't smell the tuberose, but the neroli and the orange flower, they're coming through a bit more. Ooh. And then the base notes are amber, vanilla, and cedarwood. Again, I don't necessarily smell the amber or the vanilla. There might be a touch of something a little bit, not masculine necessarily, but maybe a touch, just changing the fragrance a little bit to it's not overwhelmingly feminine. I wouldn't necessarily classify it as a completely feminine scent now that it's dried down, but it's not exactly masculine either. I don't know. I think it would have to depend on you as a person. For me personally, it doesn't smell floral at all. It's definitely very fresh, very light, and almost comes across as very nature smelling. Super, I don't know, like almost like how grass smells after it rains. It's got that super like naturalistic smell to it. And at the end, I can sort of now get a little bit of that, maybe bergamot or orange flower, or whatever the case may be, that little tiny bit of something citrusy in there to lighten the whole thing. But at least it doesn't smell like florals, like sickly old, I don't want to be ageist here, but that typical old person floral. This is definitely maybe a more mature scent for people in my age group, whereas other scents might appeal to different age groups a bit better. Okay, and then just as a little bonus, I thought let me, put these in the video because I recently discovered a shop, and for some of us girlies who, really like scent, this might be something that is for you. And if you don't know that it exists, or you're not sure how it works, this might be for you. Now, this isn't sponsored, it's not an ad, it's really just something I discovered that suits the way that I wear scents. I recently discovered a shop called the Perfume Gallery. Now what they do is they've got scents, like typical, your more high-end scents, so your Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Victoria's Secrets, etc., etc., and they stock perfumes, not necessarily always new stuff, but good stuff in my opinion. And so Something that I like doing is, because I don't wear the same perfume every day, I don't have like a signature scent, I do not want to buy the 50, 60, 100 ml, whatever you know, the big bottles of perfume. It's a waste of money and of perfume. It'll go off before I use it. But something that is this size would last me well over a year, maybe even 2, and that might be pushing it. So something that's cost effective for me to wear some more designer perfumes is a shop like this, where you can buy designer perfumes in smaller volumes for a really good price. Now, there's different types of perfumes and things like that, but I could do a whole different video on that if you wanted. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about some of my favorite scents. Now, I don't have it here. I left it at my mom's house, but I love the Gucci Bloom. That's actually one of my favorite scents that I realized. It's not sad, but it's so enjoyable. I love the Gucci Bloom. Something else I discovered was JPG Scandal. Now this is one of my favorite layering perfumes. Super fresh, but really like a pretty smell. Very close in terms of scent for me to Pretty by Elizabeth Arden. It's got that very like super hyper feminine scent to it and makes you feel like a girly girl when you wear it. At least I do. So that was, you know, me being able to get that. And then we have got the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Now, when we went to Santon a couple of months ago, we went into the Dolce & Gabbana store there, and I was able to smell some of the perfumes that they had in there. I smelled light blue, I loved it, and I thought, oh my word, if I have to buy this big bottle, not only is it like close to 2,000 Rand, it's a huge bottle. And I went everywhere. I looked everywhere for smaller bottles. No one had the smaller bottles. So I got light blue. And this is one of my favorite fresh scents ever. I love it so, so, so much. And I know that the summer edition just came out. They didn't have it, but it smells so similar. It's so good. So that's just me bragging about one of my favorite fresh scents. I actually layer sometimes this with the Gucci Bloom, and then I am so happy that day. Okay, and then lastly, I decided everyone goes on about Baccarat Rouge, and everyone goes on about the price, and I think that that is an appalling price for any kind of perfume. But I was curious, and I wanted to smell, so I had the lady put some in the bottle for me without me smelling it. And I've seen reviews of this perfume, and everyone says, oh well, it's super like masculine, and it's actually like really dry and not really, you know, like a proper perfume that you can wear, and it's actually just like cologne for men. And 9.5 out of 10 times when people describe scents online, they don't describe it in a way that when I smell it, it resonates. And I'm hoping that you guys agree with my like scent depictions and things like that. And I hope I do this justice. And if some of you have been wanting to know what Baccarat Rouge actually smells like, hopefully I can help you here. So we are doing this for the first time together. Let's smell Baccarat Rouge. Ooh. See, people get this wrong. Okay, I understand a little bit the comments about it being very masculine. Off the bat, it smells like when a man wears new leather shoes and sits in like an office with lots of leather furniture. It's not spicy at all. That was one of the reviews I found. Ooh, I like how that dries down. Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay, here's my final thoughts on Baccarat Rouge. It's definitely a unisex scent. Anyone can wear it. I would actually recommend that you don't buy it without smelling it first. Go put it on your body, go and smell it. Because the way that this is dried down is delicious and I can't wait to smell it on me. But I think because it's so unisex, you need to smell it on you before you buy it. It's definitely, leans more, masculine. But for me, I don't mind that so long as it smells really good on me. It does dry down for me super fresh while it has those leather, sandalwoody, masculine notes. So that's how I would describe Baccarat Rouge. Let me know down in the comments below if you agree with me or not. Anyway, everybody, I'm glad you sat through this video with me. I hope I was very helpful. As far as the Cotton On perfumes, I would say that probably the vanilla and coconut seems the most youthful to me. Not my favorite, but I would definitely layer it with other scents. Then second has to be the White Floral and Musk. It's interesting, but I think I need to wear it a bit more before I make my final choice. And then my favorite has to be the Lychee and Cedarwood. Absolutely divine, delicious, just so fruity, so fresh. Anyway, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this perfume review. Please let me know down below what your favorite scents are from the range in general. Maybe I'll find them at the perfume gallery and I can review them. Let me know. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.